Welcome back. You're watching the Late Night News. Now it seems there's more trouble coming Suresh Kalmadi's way. Now Suresh Kalmadi, the chairman of the Commonwealth Games Organizing Committee, is in big trouble this time after a CAG report has directly indicted him and other top brass of the Games Federation. NDTV has learnt that the report has found irregularities in contract for the Games. The report names Mr. Kalmadi, the Commonwealth Games Federation's president, Mike Fennell, and CEO Mike Hooper as well. The report cites a dubious procedure for selecting the consultant for the international broadcasting rights of the Games. Now, if that reminds you of IPL, there's even more. The London-based Fast Track Sales Limited was chosen as consultant just on the suggestion of Kalmadi, Fennell and Hooper. The report also questions the manner in which the sponsorship deal was struck, saying the procedures allowed were again dubious. 4 companies showed interest, but SMAM was awarded the deal on a platter. And NDTV also spoke to the Director General of the Organizing Committee, VK Verma, and this is what he had to tell us.
The budget was approved by the Executive Board. The process was approved by the OC Finance Committee. And now if somebody has given a wrong certificate, and I think it's extremely sad that somebody has given a fake certificate. So therefore, the person who has given fake certificate has got to be taken to task.
So new CAG report has come out. It's an interim CAG report. How do you explain so much of financial irregularities which is being reported in media?
See, the CAG report, they have quoted some agreements which have been signed in the year 2005, 2006, 2007. I would not like to comment on them because I was not even here. I can only comment on a document which has been signed after July, August 2008. So therefore, give me the privilege, give me the opportunity of telling you that whatever has been signed in 2005, 6 and 7, I would neither like to comment or thank you very much.
So, but the report was taken by Mr. Kalmadi. Like in fact,
all the major decisions have been taken by the Executive Board, of which Mr. Kalmadi is chairman, not single-handedly by Mr. Kalmadi.
Now, new superbug has been identified in patients in Britain that could make antibiotics redundant. British scientists warn this could lead to the global spread of some infections. This superbug, named the New Delhi Metallo-1, is being transferred from patients visiting Asia, particularly India and Pakistan. This is a superbug gene which can be swapped between different bacteria to make them resistant to most drugs. Has so far been identified in 37 people who returned to the UK after undergoing surgery in India. The threat is being seen as a serious global public health problem, and not many solutions right now are in sight.
I think in the UK we don't actually have to hit the panic button at the moment. You know, we have 50 patients who are presented with this in ostensibly about last year and a half, and that is much, much smaller than, for instance, the number of cases of MRSA. So it's actually much different, you know, vastly different. But, you know, within India, for instance, we have isolates coming out of India that have infected Indian and Pakistani patients that are pan-resistant to antibiotics, in other words, completely resistant, and therefore we have nothing left to treat them with. And from that point of view, I think we should be very concerned.
And India, of course, has rejected this claim of the superbug coming from India. In fact, the issue was discussed in Parliament today, and this has been described as malicious propaganda from the British by the Indians. Now, it's that time of the year where there's some 2020 action in the air, and Chennai Super Kings will be in the thick of it. Now, Chennai Super Kings has announced its 15-member squad for Champions League T20 cricket tournament that begins in South Africa on September 10th. The list doesn't feature the mercurial all-rounder Andrew Flintoff, who's still not overcome his knee injury, but there are still some real big names in this squad. Take a look.
The Golden Boys of the Chennai Super Kings have finally been announced. However, Andrew Flintoff will be missing in action as he has already undergone 2 knee surgeries and his doctors have advised him more rest if he wants to extend his stint with England. Mahendra Singh Dhoni will continue to captain the triumphant side. Left-hander Suresh Raina, a prolific scorer in IPL 3, is also part of the squad. The team had earlier announced a 20-member squad for the 2020 extravaganza in the Rainbow Nation, South Africa. The ones who could not make the cut in the final 15 are Parthiv Patel, Abhinav Mukund, Sudeep Tyagi and Sri Lanka's Thisara Pereira. The former players who found a place in the squad are Sri Lanka's Muttiah Muralidharan and Thilan Thushara, Australia's Michael Hussey, the impressive Albie Morkel, Doug Bullinger and the previously very disappointing Matthew Hayden. 3 IPL teams, Chennai Super Kings, Royal Challengers Bangalore and Mumbai Indians, will spearhead India Challenge out of the 10 teams due to take part in the multi-million-dollar annual event. In Chennai, Natasha for NDTV Hindu.
Now, in the 70s and 80s, Tamil Nadu was one of the few states which produced many quality hockey players. But it's not the same anymore. The ongoing Syed Memorial Hockey Tournament has 14 teams, but only few of the teams have specialist players for all the positions.
Leslie Fernandez, Mohammad Riaz, Krishnamurthy Perumal. These are few of the Tamil Nadu players who everyone remembers for their unmatchable performance on the hockey ground. But looks like the golden days of Tamil Nadu hockey are over. In the ongoing IOB Syed Ahmed Memorial Hockey Tournament, 14 teams have been featured, but there is hardly any player who can be considered for the national team.
After the association problems, IHF had a problem and Hockey India, now there are two separate bodies. So it is not that, the association is not doing anything. There are a lot of, government, SDAT conducts a lot of tournaments, for school level, the grassroots level. But for the senior level, yeah, there hasn't been much tournaments because, they have not recognized IHF, right?
Whereas players blame the corporates for not supporting the game enough, experts put the onus on the State Hockey Association and the Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu. According to them, there just aren't enough tournaments being organized.
These tournaments, such tournaments, when they play among themselves, like the intercollegiate matches. Here they play against institution teams, so it's one step higher. So it's for them to watch, like Adam was an Olympian, national players in action and playing with them. So it will motivate them to even play better.
You need a lot of tournaments. There are players, they can show their potential only in the tournaments. How much ever you practice, without tournaments you are nothing.
Though tournaments like MCC Murugappa attract teams from across the country, and the ongoing Syed Ahmed Memorial Tournament is looked up to by players from across Tamil Nadu, the need of the hour is more tournaments to groom players at the grassroots levels. In Chennai with Sudarshan, Christy for NDTV Hindu.
Now, as Madras Day approaches, the NDTV Hindu family has been bringing you slices of our city that was once Madras. Now, one such case, of course, tucked amidst the cluster of small shops, the Dabba Chetti Kadai on Kacheri Road in Mylapore is quite a famous landmark. This shop is a one-stop location for all herbal products. Our reporter Lokpriya profiles the shop that has solutions for everything, from dandruff, well, to diabetes as well. Take a look.
Barely 15 by 20 feet, Dabba Chetti Kadai retains the same ambience as it had on the day it opened its doors for business in 1885. Every little thing is as old as the shop itself, be it the shelves that are used to store the herbs or the rosewood teak ladder. Started by Krishnaswamy Chetti, the business was later developed by his son Rajamannar Chetti and now is looked after by his great-grandson Badrinath. Badrinath says very few things have changed in the shop since its inception.
First எல்லாம் வந்து இங்க மண போட்டேன்னு உடன் இது போட்டேன்னு அதுல உட்கார்ந்து பண்ணுவாங்க. தராசு வந்து ஹேண்ட் ஸ்கேலா இருந்தது. முன்னாடி எல்லாம் காகிதத்துல பொட்டலம் கட்டி கொடுத்துன்னு இருந்தோம். கயிறு கட்டி பையில போட்டு கொடுப்போம். தராசு இப்போ வந்து பிளாஸ்டிக் கவர்ஸ்ல பேக் பண்ணி கொடுத்துறோம். வர்றவங்களும் இப்போ அது நிறைய லைக் பண்றாங்க.
These little dabbas store over 500 medicinal herbs. Sourced from the neighbouring states of Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, these herbs are mixed and made available to the customers in a powdered form. The Deepavali Lehyam and the postnatal Lehyam sell like hotcakes. The shop has many patrons who swear by it.
மருந்து கடை நாட்டு மருந்து கடைனா டப்பா செட்டி கடை தான் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும்.
ஒரு 20 வருஷமா வந்துட்டு இருக்கேன். இருக்கிற விற்கிற மெடிசின்ஸ்லாம் சித்தா மெடிசன் ஒரு ஆயுர்வேதிக் ரொம்ப குவாலிட்டி வைஸ் எல்லாமே நல்லா இருக்கும். அண்ட் ப்ரைஸ் ஆல்சோ எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு ரொம்ப ரீசனபிளாக இருக்கும். Yes, satisfied and will continue to come.
Apart from medicines, the shop offers herbal beauty care products for women as well, like shikakai powder, sembarati thailam and face packs. With no formal training, Badrinath is known for his knowledge of ailments through his vast experience and that of his generation's expertise on preparing medicines.
With more than 120 years of existence, the Dabba Chetti Kadai is a significant torchbearer of the saying, old is gold. Deep-rooted like the banyan tree, wellness here takes a precedent over business. In Chennai, Lokpriya for NDTV Hindu.
Now, the 13th edition of the Golapudi Srinivas National Award ceremony took place in the city today. Year after year, the award is given to a young debutant filmmaker in the memory of Golapudi Srinivas, who died while making his debut. The award for 2009 was presented to Amit Rai for his Hindi film Road to Sangam. Bollywood luminaries like Anil Kapoor, Vidya Balan and director Madhur Bhandarkar along with theatre artist Girish Karnad. Also, Sarod Maestro Amjad Ali Khan felicitated the young director with a cash prize of 1.5 lakh rupees. Road to Sangam was chosen from 15 nominations in various languages, including Bengali, English, Marathi and Telugu.
You know, there's only one film.
It's very difficult for a filmmaker to make a debut film because so much problems is there. Because when money is involved, so much things are there. So producers is very difficult to fund the film. So and a lot of people say they want to make commercial cinema. They want to make the cinema which the audience will come to see. They don't want to make experimental cinema. So I think definitely this is a function. This is a thing where people get recognition, people will get encouragement, people will get definitely motivated to make different cinema, and more debut directors will come.
Now these are men who can create even Miami within mini mills or in America within an AVM studio. Art directors, particularly in the Tamil film industry, have won laurels for being among the best in the country. But there's a threat of life to quality art direction, and that, according to top directors, can only survive if there were more institutes to offer good courses of film art direction. Take a look.
The famous wood house in a lake where Surya and Jyotika spent time together in Kaka Kaka. The best of people guessed this could be in a serene location in Kerala or Puducherry. This actually was a simple lake in Sri Lanka where a house was erected, and trust Rajivan to make it look as real and beautiful. Rajivan says, the fact that there are not too many art directors is a sign that film industry is not in the pink of health.
There's no proper art direction course in our country. A lot of people learn interior designing to come into art direction, or they come from arts and crafts college where they teach painting, sculpture and other things. But I don't think that adds to art direction.
So far, there are only 2 institutes in the country which specialize in art direction, even that is not completely film related.
I think our government or somebody should be interested to take an initiative to bring a course into this. I think we should have more people doing this as a profession itself.
Little wonder then that most film crews are travelling abroad for exotic locations. In Chennai with Lalit Jude, Divya Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
That's a wrap on this bulletin. Thank you for watching NDTV Hindu.